Cameroon. We are back in the studio to join our resource person, who is a human rights defender, Madu Tante, who is always with us here to talk on things or issues of human rights violation. Madu, good morning and welcome.
Good morning once more, Mr. Lasha Kingsley, and good morning to good morning to the telespectators of my media Prime Television. It's always a pleasure for me to be here to share with you one or two things together.
When you read the news of a 13-year-old boy that was shot allegedly by a military commander for the mother not providing the whereabouts of the father, what is your take on this issue? This is not the first for people paying for the crime of others.
It's really regrettable that such things are still recurring, still happening after others have been happening before, yet little or nothing has been done by the government. That's why we continue to say that insofar as the government does not make sure that those involved in such acts are arrested and prosecuted accordingly to impede others.
For how long shall we keep arresting and imprisoning people who commit such acts?
No, the truth
isn't it time we stop the acts?
No, the truth here is that the war is already around us. So we have to, first of all, respect the properties and lives of civilians before now looking for possible ways out of the crisis, because we are already in a crisis. Every day we keep hearing of the one thing or the other. The government keeps giving impunity to these people. And when the government does something as such...
Is it the government that asked the military commander
to shoot? It's not the government, but the government is responsible.
There was a heated debate between the mother and the 13-year-old.
The reason
is it the government or who asked, or which asked the guy?
The issue here is that per human rights, there is a reason. It's not very necessary. What is here is the killing of a little boy for no reason. Because there's no justification for killing someone. So you cannot go and kill somebody or say, when I said the government should be responsible is doing that. He said state actors, and once any state actors commit any crime, it's left on the hand of the government. In the different numerous national, regional, and international conventions that the government has signed to make sure that the government call the person to order. Because when the government will punish a said person, another military man or policeman will be afraid to do the same thing next time, knowing very well that what we are
punished. The government of President Pobia just punished those who committed the act in Gabruna.
The government we have since the crisis started. Let's be serious. We have had more than 1,000 cases as such, but we are going to see only one case that's about. Last time, I think it was equally in some military and defense and security forces tortured a man. We heard that the military were arrested. Up to date, it's almost 1 year. We have never heard anything about that again. So we don't know what the government is going is not serious at all. When a government will take strict measures to make sure that those who are involved in any acts of human rights violation and abuses are prosecuted accordingly, so as to impede others and to avoid doing any such things again. Because when you allow them moving free like that, you give the impetus for others to continue committing such crimes.
Don't you also think that these people are risking their lives in securing the territorial integrity of Cameroon?
They choose that part. When we each and everyone in profession as a journalist, we are risking our life, because sometimes there are some information that you give here and you have calls or all type of threat from people, because in any professional that is on threat or risks are involved. So they were the one who chose it. No one forced them into the military. So when you choose the thing as you did, you have to follow it and to respect the ethics and deontology of all the profession where you are involved inside.
Okay, the EU Parliament has spoken, calling on the United Nations Security Council to intervene in the situation in the Northwest and Southwest. Is that a hopeful message, a message that we can hope on that something will be done?
Yes, I think it's a good initiative. These are some of the things that we had been soliciting for.
Just urging, is it enough without taking action?
No, everything. I told you last time here that everything is done on stages. There's something that some people don't also understand. Cameroon is a member of this international United Nations and others. Cameroon has rights as well as responsibility. It has the responsibility to respect the life of each and everyone and the properties, same as the Cameroon government has a right as a member of those United Nations and others, and their rights has to be respected to the fullest. That's why all these people always start by condemning, calling for order to rain, calling for ceasefire and others. When you reach to a certain level, when the government have not intervened, that's when the might now use the military force to intervene.
These very people are the one harboring some of the terrorists, let me put in quote, terrorists. Those who are advocating for such violence in the Northwest and Southwest.
It is true.
And they come at the same time calling for UN to intervene when they have those people with them.
No, that's what I said. It's true. What you are saying is true. But the one thing is very clear here is that those people are to be blamed, because each and everyone has his own responsibility. Those people are to be blamed as well as the government. I think the government has the greatest blame, because it's due to the failed strategy or the failed bad governance of the government that led us to what we are suffering today. Because had it been all this marginalization and whatsoever we are witnesses in the Anglophone regions and the other parts of the country were not existing, I don't think those people would have done what they are doing. Because what is there is that self-determination is a right. The only problem is the modus operandi, the way they are using in doing it.
When you look
had the right to fight for your freedom, but use a right way to do it.
When you look at somebody like Tapan Ivo, he has a TV. He named the TV Rebel TV. And every day he's advocating violence, and he's in America. And you say advocating for rights.
That's why I was saying that the responsibility is shared amongst all of them. You might be surprised that at the end of this war, most of them, even those in this government, most of them are arrested and prosecuted. It might not be the fact that they are going out freely now doesn't mean that they are protected, because during war, sometimes the law is silent. But when the war will come to an end, most of them will obviously be arrested, be they from the government side or separate side, and prosecuted accordingly, because no one has a right as per se to attack or like we have schools, children, destruction of dealings and all. They have no right and no justification for such things.